Hello guys and welcome back to another Elite of Gielinor video. In this video we are going over 500 kills from AOD. I am not going to include normal drops as I don't find them very interesting, as well as they just provide money for supply costs and such. But we are going over every rare drop that I've gotten from 0 to 500 kills. So let's get started. So before I go into what I made from AOD from the past 500 kills, I wanted to talk a little bit about actually why I enjoy this boss quite a lot. One of my favorite bosses in the game, and it's a few factors that contribute to it. One of them is that it feels like a real group boss that we should have had in Runescape for a long time. It doesn't feel like something like a 3-man, 2-man boss like KK and Nex are these days, where you don't actually go in too big of groups and you can even solo it if possible. I actually enjoy the interaction you have between each player, and I think it's something that is really needed in a game like Runescape, where it's supposed to be a MMORPG, not a solo game. I think we should have more of these bosses. Of course we have raids, but it feels really unfinished considering it's only 2 bosses and it doesn't really feel like it is completely done. And also a factor that I really enjoy with AOD is the fact that everyone on the team feels like they are contributing to the kill getting done. It doesn't feel like someone is just there to leech, or it actually feels like everyone on the team has a specific role, and without the specific role the kill will either fail or will at least get a lot more slower, and it doesn't feel as smooth. And I like the fact that we have those interaction between each player, and I would like to see Jagex doing more of these type of bosses where you feel like you have specific roles, and community itself actually creates roles, such as having a specific ranger or a melee on the team, where you have a melee doing the hammer and it's really important to get the kill smooth, and you have a ranger who can do chins that will get the minion's face on AOD done quickly. I wish they did, however, do more of a support role where you had before, where you had on raids a person who did group venge, and actually instead of doing an ultimate they did barricade and then group venge everyone, which made everyone on the team not actually use as much food. But then again, that means the one player is just there for a kind of support role, which makes up in the end a very much more smoother kill. And I wish they didn't nerf such mechanics, because it destroys the interaction between each player. So let's get started with what I actually made from this boss. As you can see here, this is my drop log, and it's something that I made quite a long time ago, and it's been really nice to keep track of every boss I want back in the game. I would suggest people who do quite a lot of bossing to do something similar to this, as it will provide a very interesting everything from checking your drop rates, and just keeping a track of how much you have made is really nice and smooth, and it's super easy to set up as well. So let's get started with what I made. First codex we got is actually the second day of the boss, and it wasn't too big of a split either, but as you can see here it got scammed, so it wasn't any gain at all. We continued getting 3 drops in a row, which was from the third day, and it wasn't too much either, as no one really knew if they was gonna buy the drop or not. I mean the codex, of course. And we started getting very good splits around here, where we got our first codex on a 87.5 mil split, and it was the day where the codex is actually skyrocketed, and we got our wand after quite a long time. Actually, it was a very long dry streak in between those kills. Then we got a insane drop rate after that, and we got all the way to our second wand, all these drops in between in one session. I think it was within 1 week, where we did 2 or 3 hours each day, because we had a lot of people working and stuff, including myself. Then we got a back-to-back one, which was really interesting, and after that we had a decent amount of dry streak again. But as you can see, something really interesting is that we got our core, and the core is such a long time after AOD was released as well, and we have only had one core in those 500 kills. Then we got some consistent codexes after that as well, but in between these last 3 drops we have been really dry actually. It's been very annoying actually, I have to say. But yeah, this is what I made in total. I haven't tracked each person. I know most of these are either Mirak or Chris that are on our team that has gotten it. But I have tracked the total, and the total comes out to 2.349 mil total from just codexes and the one core. And then it's around 300 mil in the drop rate. I didn't really actually track it too well. I decided like halfway to sell it and then like got a little bit forgotten. But I would think around 2.5 bill is a rough estimate of what I made. But 2.3.49 is what I made in total from just the codexes, the wand and the one core. Actually, something really cool on our team now is that if we get a core next time, we are gonna stake it, and then if we get a chest, we are gonna keep it. The person who keeps it is the one that got it, and yeah, that's just something that to keep it a little bit more interesting, I suppose. But that is it for this video, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed this format, and I have a lot more, like I showed you in the Google document, more content that I can track. I would do one for example, Telos next time, or even Araxor, which I have a decent luck on as well. So thanks for watching, guys, and see you next time.